believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up.
Let's be our land and nation. Justice may our children defend them. May we dwell in unity, peace and liberty. Plenty be found within our borders.
In the respect on the land of hope where we love to be.
Sironga girls is the school of our choice, foundation for the future. Here we lay, we should be stand by thee. On the land of hope where we love to be. Sironga girls is the school of our choice, foundation for the future. Here we lay, God bless Sironga. In pursuit of excellence, in teamwork we achieve, victory we attain, confidence we have, the song from heart we sing for thee. God bless Sironga. In pursuit of excellence, in teamwork we achieve, victory we attain, confidence we have, the song from heart we sing for thee. God bless Sironga. Education is a pillar, we are empowered, the global challenges. Sironga we conquer, our talents are natural, to God we pray. We should be modest to behold. Education is a pillar, we are empowered, the global challenges. Sironga we conquer, our talents are natural, to God we pray. God bless Sironga. In pursuit of excellence, teamwork we achieve, victory we attain, confidence we have, the song from heart we sing for thee. God bless Sironga. In pursuit of excellence, teamwork we achieve, victory we attain, confidence we have, the song from heart we sing for thee. God bless Sironga.
Mungu twaomba uilinde
Jumuiya ya Afrika Mashariki, tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuwajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.
Good morning.
Good morning, Pastor of Excellence.
God is good
All the time,
and all the time.
the Lord is the best.
That's beautiful. Yeah, today, as you are aware, it's a very important day, especially for our young people. Young people, God has given to us that we can guide you as you choose the destiny of your lives. We are here as Sironga girls and invited guests, together with our universities, which are in place, so that together as a team, we can work together to achieve the goals which God wants us to reach. Our chair, Dr. Ngaga, our education secretary, Pastor Robin, together with our chief principal and other invited guests, want to take this earliest opportunity to invite you to the presence of God as we officially begin our discourse today. Choosing a career can sometimes seem overwhelming. when you combine the plethora of opportunities with the competing desires of our spirit and flesh, you have the potential for confusion, uncertainty, and constantly second-guessing yourself. As a minister, I want you to take heart. God takes even our bad decisions and weaves them together for good. When we read Romans chapter 8, verse 28, Genesis chapter 50, verse 20, that God works good to those who trust in Him. So as Christians, we need to think carefully about career choices. We can't go wrong. We can't go wrong, and I want to repeat this. As God says in Matthew chapter 6, verse 33, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and other things will be added unto you. As we seek to get information on how we are going to choose our careers and make our lives better in this life in preparation for the life to come. Number one, don't get confused on this. If you want to get it right in career choosing, prioritize your relationship with God first. That's the bottom line. As you choose your careers to enable you for the future job market, you also need to consider the career you are choosing, the kind of job which is your dream. Could it impact your faith? What comes first in your lives? Also, consider your gifts and talents which God has given you. Kama jana, ukiangalia kutoka pale juu, what I saw, I know we have girls here who will go places. But if you are serious, so you have gifts and talents. Consider them when choosing your career. And also at the same time, students, all those who are in attendance, be open to new things. Every opportunity that comes your way is susceptible to try new things which comes your way. Also, don't get a hang up on getting it right from the start. And that's why we are here today. So that we should get it right, that we should not hang up on what we have started. When you have chosen your career, wait on the Lord and leave everything to Him, and He will guide you accordingly. Talk to mentors and people in the career that you want to choose. The decision you make today will determine where you will be. So God has created each one of us with a specific aptitude, skills and interests. Your career is what you do to take care of your earthly needs, like making money, support yourself and your family. So some people's ministry is also their career, but again, sometimes it is not. God can use you wherever you are. So whatever you do, work it out with all your heart as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ whom you are serving in whatever career you choose. So it is important that we consider these points as we seriously embark on choosing careers and as we stand to be guided. May God bless you.
Our Father, our God in heaven, we want to thank you for the opportunity and the gift of life that you have given us today, that we are here in your presence. We thank you, Lord, for giving us an opportunity at this early tender age, that this, our youth, may find a time to interact with the brains that are going to guide them on how to pick on their careers. We believe that, Lord, you have apportioned each and every child that is born a special place in our society. We believe that, Lord, you have given us education as a means by which they will be able to unlock their innate potentials, that they may be able to serve humanity and also serve you. We want to thank you because you have given us this day, a rare day in their lives, that each is going to use it as a stepping stone, that they can rise to higher heights and meet the mission that you have apportioned each and every child that is here today. We want to thank you for those facilitators that you have brought here today. We thank you for those who have sponsored this event. We want to thank you for the enormous opportunity that you have granted each child that has had an opportunity to be here today. So we pray that, Lord, give us good health. We also pray that, Lord, quicken our minds that we may be able to grasp the very best points. May your Spirit, whom you have given as a teacher, train each and every child in the way to go, so that no one is going to miss the mark. May your will be manifested amongst us, as it is now, and as it is in heaven, for we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Yes, Yaga, where are you? Amazing. So we also have the boys, Nyamira boys. What one? Yeah, that's it. Amla, where? Yini. Okay. And also we have, our Mefika to side, Kerry girls, Mambo. You're looking amazing. I love your hairstyle. For today, Sironga, how are you? Sironga, you're such a bird, you're such a bird. But thank you so much. Today we pay attention, right? And I love what your shirt says, invent your future. So today you get to think about your future. What do you want to do? What it is that you're passionate about? What's your dream? Today you have a lot of options and a lot of people to talk to. So I hope you pay attention, and don't do what other people are doing because they're doing it. Sawa sawa, usifuate umati. Chagua according to who you are, what you want, right? Amazing. So as we continue, oh my, I'd like to introduce the Chief Principal, Madam Eva Akelio Odiabu.
So the organizers of this great event, the Board of Management present in this house are represented by our chairman, Dr. Ongada, our visiting teams from the various universities. We have ZTech University, maybe by a show of hands, wherever you are. Karibu sana. We also have Daystar University, African Nazarene University, ESC University, thank you, Mount Kenya University, thank you so much, Dr. Nyakwara, you're there, Karibu, Ekerubo Technical, thank you so much. We also have the visiting schools, Nyamira Boys, thank you, Yesiaga Mixed, Rangello Girls, Kerere Girls, and our very own Sironga Girls. Thank you. Mine is to say, I am very much grateful to God for today. And today we are writing history in this region by undertaking an exercise that will impact the lives of the youngsters. We are thanking God for this idea because when we started it, it was not meant for Sironga girls alone. We wanted a way through which Sironga girls can play host to an activity that will change the lives of the youngsters in this region. As I stand here, I am a very proud mother and teacher to the youngsters I'm seeing around because our passion and my personal passion is to impact on humanity. When I see you young boys and girls join us in this auspicious day, I am happy because I know after here, a great seed shall have been planted. Therefore, I would wish to say, today is a very special day for us. Walk around, make meaningful choices, and make sure that Sironga girls remain marked and impacted in your lives forever. To our beautiful girls of Sironga, you have played most, but I want to ask you also to take advantage of the opportunity this function has given us. The respective schools, Nyamira Boys, Yesiaga Mixed, Rangello Girls, Kereni Girls, have only sent a section, but for you, the whole school has an opportunity to interact and impact in the best way that you can. I want to thank the teachers from these regions. May I appreciate the teachers from Nyamira Boys? Where are you? Teachers of Nyamira Boys. I also want to appreciate the teachers of Yesiaga Mixed. Karibu sana. May I appreciate the teachers from Rangello Girls? Thank you, Madam. Rangello is so integral to us because we took Deputy Joyce from Rangello Girls. Madam Deputy, please say hello to your children from the other mother. Our Deputy Joyce was at Rangello Girls until about 2 years ago when she was a deputy there. So I'm sure when she sees her girls from Rangello Girls, she is a happy mother. We'll allow you to say hello to them now.
Thank you, our Chief Principal, Madam Eva of Excellence. As Madam has indicated, I was at Rangello Girls as a Deputy Principal, and I'm happy to report that when I was at Rangello Girls, as a Deputy, I met 72 girls. That is the number I started with, and by the time I was leaving, they were 504. So glory to God. Rangello Girls, we hope you will keep the mantle burning. Thank you so much. Girls from Sironga Girls, kindly welcome our girls from Rangello Girls. Thank you. That school mentored me to be what I am, and glory to God. Thank you so much.
I want to take this opportunity, therefore, to invite our Board of Management Chairman, Dr. Ongaga, who will give a keynote address. But even as he comes, may I actually declare this Career Fair Day officially open. And enjoy the day to the maximum. God bless you.
You are lucky that this has been organized for you. During our days, long time back, these things were not there, but somehow we found ourselves here where we are today. Schools who have just visited Sironga Girls, I want to welcome you in a special way that you feel part of this team. And I want to know that Sironga Girls is a friendly environment. I think you will feel at home while you are with us today. And all the teachers who have accompanied the students, we also want to extend the same welcome and feel at home as we're going to carry out this day together. When I think about career, I think about two things. In life, there are many things that happen to us, but there are two things that once you've made a decision, they stick with you for the rest of your life. The things people make decisions for you, the things you make decision and you take, but they last for a short while. But these two things, one of them is choosing your life partner. When you choose your life partner, you are prepared to stay with that partner for the rest of your life. So you must be very careful when you are thinking about your life partner. Because every day, every morning, you will be with that person. It's something that you take time to think about. It's something that you take time to make a decision. It's something that you take time because you will live the consequences for the rest of your life. The second thing that will stay with you is your career. The options that they're going to give you today. When they will come or when you will meet them, they will simply talk to you. But believe you me, after that decision, and once you've joined or you've made that decision, that's what you're going to be for the rest of your life. And that's why we say, in most cases, allow people to make decisions for the clothes that you wear. Allow people to make decisions for sometimes for the food that you will take, so long as you are satisfied and your stomach is full and you're able to sleep. Allow people to make decisions on where you're going to sleep, because tomorrow you'll wake up from that place. But when it comes to your life partner, when it comes to your career, let them guide you, but make a decision. I like what Anthony Robbins says in Awaken the Giant Within You. He says that he believes that it's in the moment of our decisions that our destiny is made. All shaped. By simply making a decision, you've already shaped your destiny. And your destiny is what you become and what you will be for the rest of your life. Your destiny can determine how you will live in this life. You will live regretting to have made the decision, or you will live happy for the decision that you have made about your career. It still says, and he believes this, and I believe it, that our decisions are not determined by the circumstances that we go through. Don't allow what you think are your circumstances that will shape your destiny, to determine or to guide you in making a decision or choosing your career. Circumstances change, but what you've decided, it's very hard to change. And we might think that this day is meant for only students. I also want to welcome the teachers that are present here. And I'm saying this with a lot of respect. As you will be able to feast these professors and doctors who have come from these universities, and as you're going to listen to them, and if you find out that you are in a wrong place, hello, it's not too late to change. You can still change. If you find out that you are supposed to be a watchman and you're a teacher, hello? No, I didn't mean that. If you find out that you are supposed to be a nurse or a doctor and you're supposed to treat and you're a teacher, think about it and pursue your dream. This is when you listen to yourself, when you look at what you like, when you look at what you want to be, when you look at how you want to live your life, that will shape you to make this decision. So I welcome you to listen to all options that you have. Weigh the options, make the right decisions. I remember many years ago, and I want to say this, I was not guided and I did not have this privilege that you're having today. But I remember how I made this decision to be who I am today. It was during when I was preparing to sit for my exam, and I did 844. I was sitting for I was preparing for my standard 8 exam. And that morning, after the devotion, I decided, and after that, I remember I remained behind during prep time in the evening. It was around 6. I can even tell what was happening outside, and I can even remember when I did this. I stood, everybody had gone home. I was the last person to leave the class, and I stepped just right at the door step before I went out. And I paused for a minute, and I told God this: Lord, I know you're listening to me. I really want to serve you. I want to minister. But you have to help me to get good marks in this exam that is coming. Then I said again, I remember, I told God, not only to minister, but allow me to get a mark that will enable me one day to be called a doctor. And today, I've seen that in my very life. I made that decision long time back without having these options that you're having today. How I pray that after listening, and for my girls in Sironga Girls High School, with you, I want to say that you have a greater privilege than the rest of the schools, because I don't know what they like now. Rangenyo Girls Deputy of Excellence just told us that they are over 500, but the students that have come here are less than even 100. I don't know the criteria they used to choose you to come here. But for Sironga Girls, all of you have been given this opportunity. Probably for the rest of the time you will be here, you will never get it again. And for those who are coming in from once, this is your opportunity. From fours are leaving, but this is the time that they've been given this opportunity. But with you, you'll be given the opportunity when you're planning and starting. Make use of this opportunity. For our friends who have just come, remember those who did not get the chance to come, make use of this opportunity. May it be your opportunity and nobody's opportunity to shape your destiny. And that's my prayer in the name of Jesus Christ and the name.
Okay, let's stand up, let's stand up, let's stand up, let's stand up. Now, make sure your neighbor is upstanding. Whoever is not standing, possibly they are timing something that is in your pocket. So check very carefully. Okay, Freddy, I want us to do that. Nasikia. Very good. Now, this is the catch. Try to sing it faster. Nasikia. Wait. Let's do it a bit more faster. 3, go. Nasikia. I'm so powerful, I can make all of you do what I want. Oh, clap for me. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down.
Habari walimu. So my name is Dr. Simon Nyakwata, Director Mount Kenya University, and we are picked up 10 around there. I want to take this opportunity to thank the board chair and the principal, the chief principal, the teachers, because this success of this arrangement is through the management of Sironga Girls. I want also to appreciate this is a very important event because it is about career. Because sometimes people are making mistakes, they don't make good careers. After maybe finishing Form 4 in the university where I work, somebody will come and tell me that he wants to take a course of nursing. When I read the documents that person has presented to us, I find that he cannot or she cannot qualify. Madam Principal, I just want to thank you because this is a very important opportunity. And I want to tell the students that choosing a good career is very, very important because it can give you guidance and you will enjoy the job. If I give a small story about myself, when I finished university, I wanted to become an accountant in an institution. But what happened? I discovered I want to become a teacher again. But initially I'd done the area of business. But I want to tell you that I enjoy teaching. Apart from being a director in a university, I'm also happy because I teach students. You are the people who are supposed to come to the university to teach because the next stage after high school, you will join a university. And I want to appreciate the universities that have come today, that they are going to give their presentation so that we can be able to guide our students properly. Because I don't want to take much time. I've come with my team. I don't know if they are around to stand and do like this. They might be in the tent. Maybe they are not present, but they are always, we have got a tent that we have pitched down there. Maybe after finishing, you will walk there and see what we cover. Because in Mount Kenya University, we have got Mount Kenya University, and we have an institute called Equip Africa. Equip Africa, we offer courses from diploma to certificate. I'm not talking to you to get small grades. Those people take small grades. If you get a C and below, you will come to Equip Africa, and after which you do your diploma, you will just come to the university. It is a debate in institution like the KC National Polytechnic or whereby you will do some courses there, then you move to the next level. But Sironga today, I've come to tell you that we are present in that Equip Africa, and the rest of the students who have come, you can go to our tent, you can look at the courses we offer. But for those students who are here, I want to encourage you to go to the university level. So let me give a small divination about a career. What is a career? A career is an occupation or profession that the person does over a period of time. It can either be science or art or commercial related. Therefore, subject combination is a huge impact on every student career. Then we have the benefits of career. One of the benefits of career, that means that if you are going to choose a course that is going to give you a direction what you want to be. If I remember when I was in school, I wanted to become a teacher like other teachers because teachers used to be very smart that time. When I went to a secondary school, I said I don't want to become a teacher, I want to become an accountant. And I want to tell you, I did my writing in accounting, even the university I'm teaching accounting. So I'm very happy there. If you tell me to go and work in the county government, I cannot do it because I wanted to become a teacher. So what are some of the benefits of the career that you're going to choose? Number one, you develop confidence as a professional. Confidence, because if you have taken the right course that you want to be, like me, you will have confidence that I am a teacher or whatever you want to take, so that you become a professional. Number two, because this confidence is key for career growth and development, it can be able to help to increase your level of job satisfaction. It encourages you to keep working toward your professional goal. It is very important if you are going to get your job certification. I'm happy with the job. Some people have been given jobs which is in their life and they don't do their work properly. Another benefit of career, it enhances the level of job certification, whereby you're going to increase your work because you are going to gain more about that area. So it's very important you take a good career that is going to help you move forward. What are the reasons of choosing a good career? Number one, to earn a living. Because at the end of the time you are finishing from Sironga Girls, you will come to the university, after finishing your degree course, you will get a job and therefore you will start earning your living. Number two, to fulfill the demand for skilled labor. Now what is happening in Kenya, if Sironga Girls wants to employ an accountant, they will give specification of the qualification of that particular post that they have advertised. This means you will actually be able to fulfill the demand for skilled labor. And also, you can also be able to fulfill your purpose in life. Because when I used to be in school those days, I used to say that I want also to get employed and earn a living so that I can be successful in life. If you see the teachers here, they earn their living and they can also be able to do what? To move forward of something that they want to achieve. So like you girls and boys present here, I want to tell you that you need also to work hard so that you can be able to have your living. What are some of the factors to consider when making a good career choice? One of the factors is about ability. Ability of a student will influence the career choice as well. For instance, it is advisable to choose the subject you feel you have got the ability to do it. But in the university way, we tell people or the students there that it's better for you to put more strength on a particular subject. When I'm going to talk about the subject combinations, I will be able to give a hint what are the subjects that I needed mostly for you to take that particular career. You don't have to say that you want to become a nurse, you want to do medicine and surgery, you want to do pharmacy, when you have not attained particular subject, which I'm going to give later. So the first factor is ability. Are you able to do some subject that you can be able to do very well, that can be able to give you that? The second factor that you should also think is about talent and strength. What are your talents? When I was in my Form 4 or Form 3, I was not good in mathematics. People used to give me some wrong information about mathematics. This is a very hard subject. You cannot do it. And I never liked it. But later on, I discovered mathematics is one of the subjects that I must be able to do what? Plan. There was a student who was very good in mathematics. I used to bribe him by buying some bread, because bread was very good by then. And I would tell him that I would buy you one piece of bread every day, you teach me. And I became a good man in mathematics. So your talent can be able to help you succeed in whatever you want to do. Factor number three is your personality. Your personality plays a very important role in choosing your career, because personality can be able to tell people about you and what you think, what you feel, and how you will be able to act. When choosing a career path, put your personality in consideration. Next is your interest. Now, for example, if you want to take law, because you want to become a lawyer tomorrow, there are subjects that you must also be able to run in high school, so that when you come to the university, you can be able to read. The first thing that we look at, you either have Kiswahili or English. You must have minimum of B, and then the rest will be C+ and above. Then you qualify for law. So you can see that like mathematics is very vital.
Thank you for this opportunity. My name is Beth Bokabi. I am an educator. I'm from Africa, Nazarene University. So we have 2 minutes. So why are we here? I want to just give you a few guiding questions that you can use when you're going around the tents today. We've been told what is a career, and we've been told about that two choices are important in life. What was the first one? Choosing a life partner, isn't it? Yes. And next to it was career. That is how important this day is. Choosing a career is really important. And so, what guides us when we are choosing a career? One of the things that we need to think about as we choose a career is, what do I want to be? What do I want to be? What is that you're passionate about? Our BOM chair told us he was passionate to minister, right? But that ministry was to be a doctor also. So what is it that you're passionate about? If you're to make that prayer to God today, what would it be? Allied to that, or related to that, is, what do I like doing? What is your passion? What do you like to do? What do your friends tell you you're good at? Maybe after this, before you go around the tent, ask your friend to describe you, to tell you what you're good at. Because sometimes you're doing, you could be thinking you want to be a lawyer, but you really can't speak before people. Alright? And maybe you won't succeed then as a lawyer. I have been at the tent and many girls have come and told me they want to be doctors. Maybe you want to be a doctor, but if I tell you I have a jinga today, will you remove it? If you can't do that, please forget about being a doctor. If someone has a wound and it's bleeding, are you willing to dress it? Yes. Yeah, so we need to weigh what our strengths are. And then you need to ask yourself, where is the work? I have had many girls again say they want to be pilots. We can only have so many pilots, I know how many schools use Zeraki? Do you use Zeraki? Yes. I happen to know the guy behind Zeraki. And I happen to know that his background is actually something to do with aeronautical engineering or something like that. But right now, what is he doing? He's doing IT. He's doing technology, right? Because some of these careers we may train for them, but where are the jobs? Okay? So let's think very clearly and very creatively about the job, where the work is, so that as we think about the career, let's think about where the work is. So African Nazarene University is a Christian school. We are very deliberate about character formation. Values are important to us. And we believe that being precedes doing. Who you are dictates the actions you take. So we build technology careers. We have three core values: character, competence, and community. And we are very deliberate about instilling those. I'll just talk about one program as our flagship program, and that is computer science. I know for those of us who have done history, we know about the agrarian revolution, the industrial revolution, and right now we are undergoing the fourth industrial revolution. And the fourth industrial revolution is driven by technology. Sironga is an example of technology, using technology to solve an existing problem. If you are creative, you will think about many problems in our community, and you can think about how you can leverage technology to solve for that problem. So I welcome you to our stand. We are out there, and I welcome you to African Nazarene University. We are in Sironga. We are an international university. There are 54 Nazarene universities around the world. We have exchange programs. You can come to ANU. We can send you out to Korea for a semester or to the US for a semester. We also partner with international universities around the world. At Nazarene, you can take a course at MIT, see how MIT teaches, or Harvard, or London School of Business. So we welcome you to experience that mix of internationality so that we keep abreast with what is happening around the world. Karibuni sana, and God bless.
With the students target market. The ones we are hoping, especially the Form 4s and the Form 3s, as you finish your KCSE exams, the next question is always, what next, right? Right? And especially the candidates who are here, I'm sure you're asking yourselves, after high school, where do I go, what do I do? And first of all, allow me to say that there's no bad institution, okay? There's no bad university or university. We are here because of you. And at this moment, just allow me to mention something about Park University. Park University means Pan-African Christian University. We have two campuses. We're located in Rosambu, our main campus. We also have another campus at Sitam Valley Road. And we have been in existence for the last 44 years. And at Park University, we have various programs. So if you're here, the student from 4s, you know where you lie academically, your potential, right? Right? So there are some here who are here, you are a student, you might be here, your potential is a B student. The program that you offer at Park University, the minimum grade that you take is a D plane, okay? So if you have a D, you qualify for a certificate. In case you have a C- and above, you qualify to do a diploma. And if you have a C+ and above, you qualify to do a degree program. You might be here and you're asking, why should I come to Park University? The reason why you should come to Park University, first of all, we are a fully chartered and accredited institution, which means that the certificates that we award you once you graduate are industry-driven and they are knowledgeable in the market. Then secondly, and so it's very important, we have some students, maybe who might be bright but come from needy backgrounds. So we also have scholarships available, and also we have help which is available as well. Then we also have various different learning modules. We have both in-person physical classes, and also we have online classes. So the online classes that we offer, especially since COVID came, we're the best in the region in offering the online classes. I think early this year we won a German scholarship to train universities in the Eastern African region on how to integrate online classes to their teaching. So then again, we have a flexible fees schedule, which means you're not required, or it is not a must for you to be able to pay your school fees in one installment. So that means you can be able at least to stretch your school fees payment in 3 installments, which also gives you a flexible payment plan. And then again, we also have very highly qualified and experienced faculty. The lecturers are going to be teaching you that the best in what they do. At Park University, we are best known in 3 fields. First of all, is counseling psychology, leadership, and theology. Okay? So from us to the Form 4s who are here, the Form 3s, and the Form 2s, and the Form 1s, if you never meet again, especially the Form 4s, ours is to wish you success in your exams, and we hope that once you finish, you come to Park University. As I conclude, you might be here and you're saying that once I finish, I want to become a doctor, but like you heard other people mentioning, it's not just about your academics, it's about your personality. And due to that, we have a very unique program that we offer at Park University. We call it the YDP, or the Youth Development Program. It's a very intensive 3-month program that we offer immediately to the immediate KCSE candidates who finish. So in that program, we teach aspects of ICT, spiritual formation, and also we help you be taken through personal mentorship programs, so that if you're here and you think that you want to become a lawyer, you have the skill sets, do you have what it takes, do you have the personality, do you have the academic background that is required for that. So once you finish your exams, instead of sitting home waiting for exams, don't waste time. So come for that program. We normally charge a package fee of 20,000 shillings for that program, which can still be paid in installments, and also we have hostels. I know we have students here from across the country. You're welcome, and we are looking forward to joining you, for you to join us at Park University. And with that, asanteni sana, and all the best, and see you at Park University. Asanteni sana.
Nikizingatia itifaki zote, nataka kuwasalimu. Hamjambo? Sorry for that. I must confess, when God wanted a people that He called His own, God sent Jesus. And when God wanted a young president that would be able to liberate America, God sent the 35th president of America, John F. Kennedy. And when God wanted to topple the tyrannical regime in Kenya and bring sanity to democracy, God sent Kenneth Matiba. And when God wanted this career to be able to raise again higher, God sent Mr. Ken. I mean, let's appreciate Mr. Ken for this. This is a game changer. This is a game changer. We really appreciate a lot Mr. Ken for this. And I'll just go straight because of time. And let me just meticulous and contextualize what we had yesterday. And it's okay. One thing that I saw yesterday, I just did the same context. One thing, raise your hand, students. Let's make it quick. One thing is talent. Say talent. Talent. Number 2 is gifting. Say gifting. Gifting. Number 3 is interest. Say interest. Interest. And number 4 is passion. Passion. Trust me, anytime that you're stuck in terms of your career, choosing your subject, just list them down and follow them. They'll be able to help you down to get what you want. Remember those 4 things if you want to remember anything else. Number 2, I'll just talk about Daystar. Daystar, we have scholarship programs that we have merit in terms of a good performance. If you get an A, come to our campus, we give you a scholarship. We have co-curriculum, that is in sports and games. We have work study, where as a student you can work. Back there is Wayne, is a student. Bernard is also a student, a master's student. I'm also a student. I'm doing Bachelor's of Arts and Communication, as well as marketing and working with corporate affairs. We work for 2 hours a day, 10 hours a week, 80K in the school fee. Also, we have SCAPA scholarship for the master's students. So come and we'll be given this. We also have our programs under the Kenya KUCCPS. All our programs are there, except for communication. It's the only one that is not there. So I just welcome you to our tent. Any question that you have, I'm sure we have interacted with a few of you. And we can be able to just come there, ask for any information that you want, and will be given to you.
My name is Dr. Wycliffe Varan, a senior lecturer at university, at Sitek University, a place where everybody wants to be. Why Sitek University? Sitek University is located in Nairobi, Thika Road, a superhighway. It has 3 campuses. One campus is Pioneer, in the middle of CPD Nairobi. And the campus is in Thika Road, Ruiru campus. Main campus is located in Mangu. Why do you need to join Sitek University? Sitek University is a chartered private university which is growing vibrant. It has a number of state-of-the-art infrastructure. One of our graduates, they are doing very well in the market. I was very lucky yesterday. I met one of our students by the name Keketi. He's a living example that Sitek University, what we can do. There are a number of reasons why you should be able to join Sitek University. We offer various courses running from degree, diploma, and certificates. So those people
who are gifted in academic can score C+ and above, you have a place at our university. Those ones who are low achievers, who can score D+, D, we have arts and courses you can be able to pursue and change your career in the future. Because we believe that everybody is gifted and you can do a lot to the society and enhance yourself. The other issue is about that in CITEC, we also have what we call placement service department, which works closely with the students when it comes to attachment and when it comes to sourcing employment opportunities for our graduates. We do follow-up to see where they are. And when we have an opportunity, we always link them. So we are a university with difference. The other reason is that we do offer scholarship programs for the needy students. Especially if you are needy and you excel in curricular activity, that is a place to be. So guys, if you are able to get time, pass through our tents, get enough information, and I'm very sure that I have my colleagues down there, they can be able to serve you with dignity. So we respect, as a university, what we call the freedom of expression to our students. So we have a very vibrant, what we call student representatives, especially when it comes to the matters of our students. So, guys, take time, go our tent, get something from there, and I assure you, you won't be able to regret in CITEC University. Thank you so much, especially to Sironga girls. At one point, this is where I started my career. I did my teaching practice here in 2007. Thank you so much. I love Sironga girls so much. Thank you.
Yeah, we're still having a shortage of teachers. Yeah, we are welcoming you back. Especially the Form 1s, 1, 2s. Your Form 1s. You don't know which subject. You didn't say your subject, but accounting. Yeah. So Form 1s, you have an accountant teacher, right? Who's a professor. Let's clap for him. Appreciate him more.
We come from Ikerebo Gietai Technical Training Institute. So there's a difference, eh? I'll explain that in a bit. So my name is Tony Onyango Omondi. I'm a trainer at Ikerebo Gietai Technical Institute. I also come from the registrar's office, and we are here to market our institution. Now, I said before, most of us here are universities, but we are a little bit different. Now, I'll mention why we are different. Because of one thing. At technical institutes, we focus more on how to do things, the hands-on skills. We don't focus so much on lecturing, but more of what do you do. So at Ikerebo Gietai Technical Training Institute, we are known as a center of excellence for building and civil engineering. And then the latest course we have introduced with the German government as our partner is a course called Mechanical Plant Technician, level 6. So it means that you have to score a minimum of C- and above in KCSE, be admitted, where you take 50% of your studies in school and the other 50% of your studies at the factories. Ikerebo Gietai is around here, on your way to Ikonge. I think some of you have known us for some time. You go to your right, inside there, the college is there. And we like to demystify a notion that has been known for so long. You don't have to score less than C- for you to join us. We have students who have scored A, A-, D+, who are currently joining us and doing courses there in certificate, artisan, and diploma. So our minimum qualification for diploma course is D-. No, pardon, but C-. But if you have a B+, an A, and A-, you're welcome. Because the difference is our course are more on what you do, the hands-on skill. So you can take 1 year join plumbing technology at the Kiribogitari, go out there, hustle, get enough money, come back and roll forward. The second year and do a certificate course or a diploma course. So the notion out there is that you have to maybe score below C-, then you come join a TTI. It's very wrong. All we wish to inform you, our potential students, is that follow your passion. If you are interested in doing things with your own hands, practical hands experience, then we invite you to come to Ikiribogetai. As I mentioned before, we are well known for building and civil engineering, and for now, a new course, we are starting with the factories around us, because we are coming from a tea factory area. It's called mechanical plant technician. You only have to score a C-. We don't look at the grade in maths or the grade in physics. Are we together? It's technical. The only course we have that is biased towards the cluster is land survey. You must do a physics subject. That is it. And then you qualify, D plane and above, you qualify to do a land survey course in certificate. C- and above, you qualify to do a course in diploma in land survey. All the other courses just have to qualify for it. Diploma level, C- and above. Certificate level, D plane, D+. Below D plane, you qualify for any artisan course. So at Ikeribo, we have two types of courses. We have one, technical courses, which are more hands-on. We have mechanical plant technician, we have building, land survey, tailoring, fashion design, hairdressing, etc. In business courses, we have business management, CPA. We'll come to attend, we'll show you more. We also have ICT. So in that, because of time, I'll finish there. Come to attend, we'll talk more about it. But one more time, I'd like to demystify this. You don't have to get below C- to join a TTI. You can get an A plane. You come, we give you a course, hands-on, and you excel in your career. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Dr. John Oloch, Director, Placement Coordination and Career Development at the Kenya Universities and Colleges Central Placement Service, otherwise known as COOPS. I am here with my three colleagues, Mr. Mogire Gelson, Mr. Gishinga Johnson, and Madam Angeline Nyakundi. So I am sure you are not hearing of this organization for the first time. COOPS is a government agency that is charged with the responsibility of offering career guidance to students and also to place students in universities, in colleges, national polytechnics, TTCs, and the like. We have 70 universities in this republic where we place students across all the programs, degree, diploma, and the like. We have 39 of those 70 universities that are public, and 31 of them are private. We have 192 technical training institutions, 11 national polytechnics, and 35 teacher training colleges. 3 of them offering diploma in secondary education, and 32 offering diploma in primary teacher education and early childhood and development education. Ordinarily, our presentations are long. A normal presentation of COOPS will take 2 hours because we carry you through all the requirements of what you need to get placed under government sponsorship. You know, the government, through the affirmative action and also what we call continuous training or 100% transition, is very much aware of the fact that all Kenyan students, after exiting Form 4, are supposed to move to the next level of training so that they can acquire skills, knowledge, and attitude for survival when they eventually grow up and become citizens of the Republic of Kenya. And so the government offers scholarships, capitation and opportunities to all students who would wish to transition into training. So that really is it. We are not going to take 2 hours. We are only going to condense our presentation to just about 5 minutes, and then we will leave the presentation with the school so that you can share it even with the rest of the schools that came. We also have a career guidance booklet which you can buy and share with your libraries and every other person, the teachers who are in charge of careers and so on, so that students can get an opportunity to read on their own and understand more what it is that they need to choose careers wisely and where those careers will take them and what they need in terms of subject combinations and selections to pursue whichever career. Secondly, recently, and I think all the teachers who are here know this, recently the government made communication through the PS, Basic Education and Early Learning, that we develop a data bank of all the candidates this year, and this is going to be every year, a data bank of all the candidates this year, so that we can maintain a communication platform with the candidates after they have done their KCSE, with their parents and guardians. This is because we have realized that a lot of students do not have information, same to parents, on say when the students are supposed to apply for programs in the universities and colleges, when the students are supposed to revise for those programs, or when the students are supposed to change or transfer the institutions that they have been placed. So we developed a template which we will share with the school authority and also share with the teachers who have accompanied the rest of the students from other schools. I'm sure your principals may have talked to you about it, and so that you make work easy, so that even after you have left school as a candidate, we can still trace you up to your home, we can still give you information about what is required, and we can inform you about the issues that are happening insofar as your application is concerned. So we request that the teachers will take that very seriously and coordinate so that we get that information with all the candidates for this year. Without much ado, I would like to invite my colleague Ishinga to come and give the brief presentation. We will leave the rest of the details of the presentation here with you. Thank you so much. We wish you well and we wish you luck, especially for the candidates who are sitting their exams in November, December this year. Thank you. Welcome, Ishinga.
But because of time, I'm only going to talk about a cluster subjects, because that is what has been indicated in the program, and also the cluster rates. For us to place a student to a university, we look at 3 things. The first thing we look at is the subjects combination according to the Kenyan National Examination Council. So you must have all the subjects that are required by the Kenyan National Examination Council for you to be graded. So anybody who has been graded, and that is why you find if a student have missed any of the compulsory subjects, they are not even graded by NEC. So their minimum requirement by NEC is that every student should sit for minimum of 7 subjects and a maximum of 9 subjects. However, finally NEC will grade you out of 7. So they'll take the compulsory subjects in group 1, which comprise of mathematics, English, and Kiswahili. Then they'll look at the sciences, which is group 2, which require you to have at least 2. That is biology, chemistry, and physics. You need to have at least 2 sciences. Then in group 3, we have what we call humanities. Here, every student is required to have at least 1 of those humanities. So that will make it 6 subjects. Now the second subject can come from either the third group 2 subject, that is the third science, if you did 3 sciences, or it can come from the second group 3 subjects, if you did 2 humanities, or it can come from group 4 subject, which we call the technical subject, which include home science, agriculture, woodwork, metalwork, computer studies, and so on. Or it can come from group 5, again, which has those foreign languages like French, German, Arabic, music, Kenya Sign Language, and business studies. So that is how NEC will grade you out of whatever subject you'll be doing, but minimum should be 7. Now, the moment you get your aggregates, because now, once you are through with your Form 4, we request the results from Kenya National Examination Council, and they give us your results. Once we have your aggregate performance, the next thing we shall look at is now the cluster. And what is a cluster? Each degree program is assigned to a cluster. A cluster refers to a group of courses that are related and that require similar subject combination. So we have grouped all the university courses into 20 clusters. So each cluster will have a different subject combination. A cluster for BCom is different from a cluster of medicine. A cluster of engineering is different from a cluster of education. So each cluster requires a set of 4 subjects. That is what we now call the clusters. Now, having now your aggregates, and then again we have now whatever course you have applied to be placed, of course it has to belong to any of those 20 clusters. Now we look at the subjects, whether you have the subject for that cluster. Then once we are okay, the second thing we look at is the regulator of that program. The regulator of the program says that for you to be in this program, and I think the person who spoke on behalf of Mount Kenya talked about the law, Bachelor of Law, that for you to be in Bachelor of Law, you require a minimum of people in either English or Kiswahili. That is now requirement of the regulator of that program. When you go to medicine, you will find that apart from having the proper subjects like biology, chemistry, math or physics, and one of the languages, the regulator of that program, which is the Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentists Board, they come and say, you also require to have scored a B in biology, in chemistry, in math or physics, and also in English or Kiswahili for you to be enrolled for that particular program. So those are the regulatory requirements which we have built within the cluster, so that a student can clearly see, if I want to go to this program, I not only require this set of subjects, but I also require to have scored this minimum grade to enable me get into this particular program. Now, if you have the subject, the cluster subject, you have met the regulatory requirement, the next thing is we calculate for you what we call the cluster weight. Now, what is a cluster weight? A cluster weight is simply a ratio of the actual student performance against the best student in the year of KCSE. So, we look at the best students in every subject. Then, we look at you individually. How have you performed compared to the best students in the country for a particular subject? So, the formula combines all the cluster subject requirements and the overall performance of a candidate. Now, what does that mean? Some students who wish maybe to take a course like engineering, and we have seen that a humanity is a must, one of them. So you will find a student who, because they want to be in engineering, they don't take serious attention to subjects like humanities. Yeah, anaangalia tu hesabu, anaangalia chemistry, anaangalia physics. Then they do very badly in maybe those humanities. And finally, as we calculate your cluster weight, remember that CRE, you are not so much keen on it, or that history, or that geography. When the NEC is compiling your aggregate, they will take into consideration that particular subject. And it will have an effect of bringing down your cluster weight, because if you have failed and it is being taken into consideration, then it will have an effect on your cluster weight. Why am I saying this? It is because it is now the cluster weight that we use now to place you. Depending on the slots that are available. If Mount Kenya today tell us they want 50 students for Bachelor of Medicine, so of course the number of applicants will be like 300 or 500. But now on the basis of the cluster weight, the system will arrange all those applicants from the highest cluster weight to the lowest. But ikifikia ile 50 inakatia hapo. And now that becomes the cut-off points for the Bachelor of Medicine, Mount Kenya University, that particular year. And that now brings me to the issue of cut-off points. There are some students, when they are applying, they request to see the cut-off points. You cannot have the cut-off point because you cannot predict the cut-off point for a program. It will all depend with how you have performed, and then the capacities that have been available to us by those individual universities. So now, after we have placed you, that is when we can say that the last student to be placed in this program in this university had these cluster weights. So the cluster weight of the last students to be placed in a program becomes now the cut-off point for that program, that particular year. Now, to enable the students to apply, we provide you with the previous year's cut-off point just to guide you. But you should realize that those are not your cut-off points. Those are for the previous. And we normally start with the most recent. Like now, when you are revising your choices next year, early next year, once the results are out, we shall provide you with the 2021 cut-off point for various programs in all the universities, and 2020, 2019, 2018, and so on. Those cut-off points are provided there to guide you. And you should be very, very keen when you are, especially when you are revising. When you are applying through the school application, which we are going to open very soon, that we don't have a problem, because you are still very optimistic that you are going to score the grade to take you to those courses that you will have applied for. But when we call you to revise, immediately after you get your results, you should be very keen, because that is the time when you need to look at your performance. Remember, during that time, we have calculated your cluster weight for all the 20 clusters. Your job will be very easy, because it is only to log in to the student portal, then you click on a program, and it will tell you where that program is offered. Kama umefinya before inakufungulia all the universities that are offering Bachelor of Commerce. Then it will provide you with the previous year's cut-off point, and then it will also show you your cluster weight for that particular course. So what you need to do is to give yourself some allowance, because ukiona BCom ilikatia let's say 32 points at Mount Kenya University or at ZTech, then you need to make sure you give yourself some allowance. Kama iko 32, I'm supposed to have more than that, because kama tumefanya vizuri kuliko last year, automatically the cut-off point will move higher. So you also need to listen to whoever will be the Minister for Education, who will be releasing the results. Ukisikia akisema the 2021, is it 2022 candidate have done much better than 2021, then that should send a signal that the cut-off point of various programs will move higher, because of course the students have done better than the previous year. So in short, that is how you need to approach the selection of courses. Be very keen, and we provide you with with all the materials that you require. We are also in the Huduma centers across. We also come to some of the training institutions that are near you, just in case you need our help. So don't make a mistake. If you are not sure of something, just consult. I don't even think the school will chase you away during that time when you come and ask for guidance from your teachers. So please make sure you utilize every available opportunity to make sure that you have made the right career choices. Because we are having massive transfers after students have been placed. The reason is because you just pick courses just like that without looking at your interests, abilities, and all that. Then finally we have a career book. This is the career book. I think the director have mentioned about it. It is called the Essential Career Guide, and it costs only 350 shillings. And we have quite a number of copies that we have carried, so the teachers from various schools can liaise with Angeli, my colleague. This is a very important book. Number one, any student who is seeking to prepare themselves adequately for the world of work, this book will provide insights into career opportunities, progression pathways, subject requirement for specific career fields, funding opportunities for students, emerging careers, and government sponsorship placement process. In short, all what I would have talked about, because we said we can take like 2 hours, it is in this book. So this book, for the parents, teachers, guardians, it should be your Bible. Okay? This should be your Bible. It will have a lot, and if you can even have it individually as a student. It is available in major bookshops across the country, but for the schools, you can liaise with the Angeli. She can, even if she doesn't have enough copies, she can make arrangement on how the books can be delivered to your individual schools. So having said that, I'm going to stop there. Thank you very much. And God bless.
My name is Evelyn Mwandia, and I am the CEO of Story Moja. How many of you want to be VIPs one day? Very good. For you to be VIPs, I want you to say the V. For values. You must keep your values on top notch. What are values? There's one of the MCs here who keeps saying, we are going to dance, we are going to enjoy, but we are not going to step where? There's something about stepping or stepping on the chairs. What were you saying? That one. We must keep our values on top notch. We must be believers. Whether you are a Christian, a Muslim, or whatever you believe in, but our manners have to reflect we are women of excellence. Those are values. How you talk, how you speak, how you sit, how you sit. How you sit. Women of excellence don't sit like you. How you are. Someone give me a seat. Because I want to teach you how to sit as women of excellence. Watu waache kuwekelea miguu hivi. Women of excellence. See how they sit. Look at my legs. See. Yes, in an angle that we are about to take off. Are you about to take off? Those are values. How do you sit? On an angle. Respectable women. Please watch on all the top women when they are seated down. Nataka kutuonyesha hapa. Mama Ruta will never show. The chief principal will never sit and show what we were given by our mothers. But if you want to go far, how you talk, excuse me, single words, courtesy, thank you, those words, values. Can we go to the next one? I said VIPs. The other one is I. Good. Whatever you do it like today is the last day of your life. Whatever you do, I'm not talking about me, you. Say yourself, I. Whatever you do it like the last day of your life. When you're in that class of doing chemistry, let it be you're doing it like you'll never have a chemistry class again in your life. I was in school probably 20 years ago, when I was in high school. I did chemistry then, I have never done it again. But I tell you for sure, when I was in school, I did business studies. That's what I pride myself with. Because I was the worst in the class, but I did it like it was the last day. I got a clean A. You know, I like saying it, I got a clean A in mathematics. People are looking at me like, I am not even genius. I even got a clean A in English. Because I believe then, if someone had spoken to me the way I'm speaking to you today, I would have gotten a better grade than I did. Not because I got a bad one, but I want you to believe in yourself. No matter where you come from, no matter the situation you're going through now, no matter the school fees that you have not paid, you can make a difference in your own space. We have said VIP. P. Passion. Put passion in everything that you do. As again I'm saying, do it like you'll never do it again. You are in this school for a season. You cannot stay in high school for 15 years. It's only 4. It's only 4? Please do whatever you're supposed to do now. Even wearing that uniform. Even wearing it when it's long. Even cutting your hair. And if that's the rules of the school, of this game, abide with it. Time will come. Time will? I was telling one of your teachers at lunch that I went through school with a short hair. And then the day I entered University of Nairobi, nikajiachilia, my friends, you can just even see my dreadlocks, even this height. Nikajiachilia, nobody asked me, even the principal, nobody asked me, where are you looking like, where are you looking like? Put everything that you're doing, think about yourself. And don't think about yourself on the teenage. Look about, do you have a vision? Where are you heading? Do you want to be like the principal? Do you? If you want to be like her, not just being a teacher, but even a woman of stature, a woman who is respected in the community, you need to think about you, not us. You Elizabeth, you Eunice, you Evelyn, what do you want? And put passion into it. Do it like you never. And the last one, S. I said VIPs. S is skills. And here I speak to you as my daughters. My daughter just reported to one of the universities I've seen here this Monday, last Monday. That's when he reported to university. So I want to speak to you like my daughters. Oh, don't I look like I have a daughter who was just going to university? Hey, wewe unataka nifikishe nianze kuzeeka siwezi tembea. You have to love yourself. Love yourself. So I'm telling you like my daughters. I have said you're in this school for us this season. Please just work hard. I always work smart. When in my office, I just tell people work smart, but I tell you, work hard. Soma sahi. Soma sahi. Just to work hard. Concentrate in class. Concentrate in co-curricular activities. Please don't drop co-curricular activities. I like what you're doing here. Because the world that we are in is not for white-collar jobs. It's not for office work. We want people who can exercise their talents, the technicalities to explore this world. We want electricians, and I would give you this as a secret. 2 weeks ago, I was in an office called National Construction Authority, and I was talking to them about careers, because I am always talking to young people about careers. And they told me in construction alone, they have 76 unexplored careers. 76 in construction, not masonry, not what the people that we see in our building, people behind the building. 76 careers. I was in Talo Oil last year. They talked about oil and gas as one of the most emerging careers. When they were started drilling oil in Turkana, they did not have a petroleum lawyer. They had to get someone from the UK to come and help them write contracts with suppliers and everybody else. Because in Kenya, we do not have petroleum lawyers. So the careers are not over. Don't even think about the doctors. We have enough. Think about which emerging career, which technical college can I go and do wonderful in that space. So my daughter, when she finished Form 4, she said, Mom, I want to do forensics. Who knows what are forensics? Maybe Madam Principal and a few of the teachers. And so when I was explaining to my mother, who is older, I told them, ni ile kazi ya kuangalia kompyuta za chepukati kama kimeibi. That's the only way I could explain to my mother that is a CID of computers. The easiest way to. How many are there in Kenya? We were even looking for a role model to handhold that. Very few of them. And if the ones that are there are too senior to be reached. So I am telling you, in this school, please acquire the best skills. Listen to the teachers. Speak to role models so that you go out there and change this world. And I'll leave you by reiterating my school motto, education liberates girls. Thank you.
Distinguished guest, the Chief Principal, teachers, students present, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good afternoon, sorry. Good afternoon, Your Excellency. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Almighty God for having given us the chance to stand or sit here today and get all that we need to expand on our careers and be future queens and kings in this world. I want first to thank our administration for giving us this opportunity as a school to be the hosting institution of this event. Madam Principal, thank you so much for having gone all the ways and making this a reality. To those who are visiting, the institution visiting, thank you so much for the impact that you're having on us as students or as future learners who want to excel and become great in this our country. Thank you so much. Another thank you goes to the organizers of this event. Without you, this day could not have been a success, but by the look of things, it's going to be a success through your efforts and all that you've given to this great day in our school. For us to make it in life, the key things that we need to look into. The universities are here. It doesn't matter which one you want to join. What matters is what you want to do. We've been taught about passion. You have to have a passion in that which you want to do. Let's talk the mob psychology, whereby you hear your friend wants to be a doctor, you also want to become a doctor. Be what you think you are, and not what somebody or a person in your life tells you you want to be. Even as you will be making meaningful interactions, down there, for our school is not to be of those kind of interactions, even with the meaningful interactions with the institutions visiting. May you get out of this place a changed person, have a direction in your life, and I want to wish you all the best, even with the careers that you'll be consulting. Make sure you take your best shot for you to become the great woman or the great man that you want to be tomorrow. Thank you and welcome.
I was about to imitate her because she talks slowly and confidently, right? Me, I'm loud. So let's stand up. Clap for her one more time. Thank you so much.
For the champion, stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, stand up. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
My name is Ken Gomeri. I'm standing here at Sironga Girls, the national school in Nyamira County. And today I was glad to convene one of the greatest meetings we've had here, which was the Career Day. Career Day is about guiding our young people to understand their career path and being able to understand how do you navigate yourself to the right career, the thing that you want to do all the days of your life. It was a wonderful event. It was such a success. I want to appreciate the community of Sironga Girls, the Chief Principal, Madam Eva, together with all the teachers and the students. Amazing energy. And thank you for joining us for this wonderful, wonderful occasion. It was one event we shall live to remember. We were built through the event. Thank you so much, and always a pleasure to be here.
Stand up for the champions, for the champions.